Buying a house in your 50s? Here's what you need to know. Hello, my name is Jennings. I'm a real estate agent with the Made for More team here in Roseville, California. And if you're buying a house in your 50s, here are 3 things to consider. Now, before I get into them, I realize I'm not 50. So who's this punk telling me what to do with my life and my money? I get that. But most of our clients, believe it or not, are 55 plus. Who Valary and I work with are typically in this age bracket. And here's what we've seen after selling hundreds of houses. Number 1 is you need to know what you're going to do with your existing house. Odds are you have a home already. You need to know what you're going to do with that. Are you going to rent it out? Will it cash flow if you decide to rent it out? Are you going to pull some money out and use that to as a down payment on a vacation home, right? Like you got to figure out what you're going to do. Or are you just going to sell the house outright and buy a whole nother property? You need to know what you're going to do before you start shopping and start putting in offers on houses. Number 2, you're not going to like number 2. They never like it. People in this age bracket never like number 2, but it always comes back to bite them if they don't listen. Always. Like I'm batting 1,000 here, okay? You need to consider downsizing. At this stage in your life, you're making more money than you've ever made. Maybe the kids are gone. You have all this space. You have all this time, and you finally want that dream house. You want that house you've been waiting decades for. I strongly recommend you do not do that. If anything, get a house of similar or smaller size. And please, please, please get a single story. I know you're not old. I know you're not walking with a walker, but you don't know what the future holds. You don't know what happens in 5 years, 7 years. You know, one injury, and all of a sudden you're regretting that house. You're regretting those stairs. Okay. And so then number 3 is you have to, please, please, please do not buy a house if you're not going to be there longer than 5 years. The market's great. Right now, it's going up. It's fantastic. And it may do that for years to come, but we don't know. If you wait 5 years, that gives you time to ride the appreciation wave or ride out a correction if it does dip a little bit. You need at least 5 years. If you're in your early 50s, 5 years. If you're in your late 50s, plan on 7 to 10 years being in that home. The last thing you want to do is have an asset that is costing you money, or liability at that point, right? Have something that's costing you money or that's preventing you from moving. What if you want to move closer to the grandkids? What if you want to move out of the state and take advantage of some more tax-friendly states than California, but you can't because you can't afford to move? Please, please, please. So don't buy a house if you're just going to be in it for a couple of years. My job is selling you houses. I'm telling you, don't buy one, okay? So to recap, thing number 1, figure out what you're going to do with your existing home. Number 2, please consider downsizing. And number 3, do not move if you don't intend to be in that house at least 5 years. If you do want to buy a house and you're ready to go and you have all that criteria, or you just want to have a more custom plan for your situation, feel free to reach out to myself or my team. We're always happy to help. Take care.